Hello everyone, Randy here again, and we are playing Farming Simulator 15 on Rockwood on the RDAllen multiplayer server. And in case this isn't clear, this is a multiplayer series of the Rockwood map, different than my single player series. Someone was asking a while back, will I be continuing my single player series? Yes, I probably will, but not. Well, I'm doing on the multiplayer here. Probably once the multiplayer is done, I will probably pick up the Rockwood single player again. Anyway, we're heading up to the forestry area here on the multiplayer server, joined at the moment by Mac. And yes, as you can see, a lot of trees are gone. Let's see, where are we in the map? So we probably got a third of the trees wiped off this map, I would estimate, maybe. Small third. Because pretty much everything up on that area is gone. And as you can see, we've really decimated this area. Some of the trees you see up there are kind of like up on the cliffs, so probably be a little bit difficult to get them down. I've been doing a combination of chipping and selling the logs themselves, so kind of a little of everything. And I don't know who bought this, I just seen it at the shop and thought I'd bring it up here, but I believe this is FDR's Peterbilt. Oh yeah, FDR on it. Okay, I think that pretty much confirms it. It is FDR's Peterbilt, and wow, that is bright. And we got FDR's skidder there as well. This might even be FDR's pickup. I am not sure. And I think I mentioned this last episode, this gooseneck trailer. I was going to show you folks this, and I realized that after I finished recording, I was like, I didn't really actually show it to you folks. Really like this gooseneck trailer. It doesn't have really high sides. It'd probably be nice if it was a little bit higher sides, but it's nice and wide. You can really throw a pile of logs in here, so, and I do mean a pile. Anyway, just getting started on the server here myself, seeing what's going on. Looks like we've got Mac loading up a couple logs here. And that doesn't look like too bad. I don't see a whole lot of stumps around either, so it looks like we're doing an excellent job of getting the stumps ground out, so thanks to all those that work on that. I know I did grind out quite a few myself here the other day, so... And there are a few floating trees on the map as well. That's not like a glitch or nothing. That actually is a floating tree. Mod author didn't obviously plant it all the way down, I guess, or something. There's I think a handful of those over there as well. Probably like all the ones you see standing over there yet. Probably floating. In fact, I'm thinking the one tall one there in the middle. The next little shorter one there in the middle. And then the really tall one in the middle of the screen. I think those are probably all floating trees. Anyway. Allow me to find a tractor here. And I know we have a few. Preferably something a little bigger. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Oh, someone's got a mess here. Where are we exactly? Oh, I recognize this. This is where I do the forestry, I believe. Let me check the map here. Yes, for those who watch my single player, this is where I've been doing the forestry, so... that looks like a pretty good mess here. Oh, we'll just leave that for the moment. Seems like a good plan. This is actually kind of the tractor I was looking for, and we'll start seeing if we can help Mac there load up that trailer. We did pick up FDR's, I think this is the Grapple loader for unloading here. Folks may recall, we had the swing yarder crane. That unfortunately caused the server to crash, so we had to get rid of that. Kind of too bad, because it was a really cool mod, and I'm not going to say it worked great, but it did work, and it was definitely, I'll have to say, unique. Okay. There we go. One would have to assume there's a control for that. There is. I have not used this yet myself, so I don't know how well it functions. There's a lot of this forestry stuff here. I haven't necessarily used all of it, so can't tell you folks how it necessarily functions. Okay, where did somebody hide the loader bracket? Not entirely sure. We got the chipper over there. That chipper, I think we showed that on screen. That chipper works really good. You can basically pull it along the ground there, and it'll usually suck the trees in itself. Sometimes you do have to get a little bit of a helping hand, but that does work really good, those particular chippers. Okay. Oh, that's right. I do want to go pick that up as well. Forest Doots. Okay, that's there. There's some log forks over here. Yes, I think I see them. Okay, this might be reset here for these. I'm not sure. I'm probably not going to be able to get on those, I doubt. Probably at this point just sell this truck, I think. Oh, this appears to be wood chip storage. We were asking about this the other day, if there's wood chip storage. And I wasn't sure. I think this looks like wood chip storage here. So yeah, for anybody those playing on the server asking about wood chip storage, I'll bet you this is it. I haven't actually used this myself, so I can't say for sure, but maybe if we push it the other way. Hopefully it'll right itself maybe when we push it out, I hope. Maybe not. There's actually quite a few people, I'm surprised, that dislike these tractors. They say the acceleration on them is... Oh, man, look at that. Oh, we had it. They say the acceleration on these tractors is too quick. Personally, it doesn't bother me none. I actually really like these tractors. They work pretty good, I think. Oh. No, not quite. I think this is what happens when a noob disconnects a front loader bracket, folks. Yes. Okay, well, that actually works pretty good. I'm going to reset that then, if I can find it. I'm going to assume that's it. Set that. And we'll reset that. And, you know what, we're just going to reset the tractor too. That'll save me a little trip back here. Typically, I don't do that. Okay. Reset point. Right. That is not a reset point I remember being there. Apparently, we have too much stuff here. Okay, let's solve that problem here a moment. Looks like it's going to be some problem solving here start of the episode. Whoa. That was weird. I think that's the trailer, folks, because I've never had that problem with this tractor. I wonder if when I turn a little bit, if it's... Well, I can't even back up hardly. That's weird. Okay, sell it. Like to say, folks, when in doubt, sell it. Whoa, what? Hang on, folks, hang on. Whoa. Yeah, that was interesting. Probably stuck back here now. Interesting start to the episode, I'll say. Reset that and... Reset that again. Looks like we're going to be stuck. Shoot. Oh, there we go. We got it. So yeah, I think what we're going to have to do here, we're going to have to move a couple pieces of equipment. And then just keep resetting until it gets to the open spot here. So first things first, we're going to get rid of this trailer, I guess. I'm wondering if that's why it's here, because it doesn't work well, so people just left it here. Disconnect that before we go flying here. Actually, you know what? That is... Yeah, that's the right spot. Okay. We're going to sell that. Okay. Maybe we're not going to sell that. Oh, it sold the... Okay, cool. It sold the trailer that was dancing in the woodpile there. I wasn't even paying attention to what got sold there. That's good. I don't have to worry about getting that out. Sell that. And sell... Okay, don't sell that. You gotta like this when stuff doesn't sell. Yep, I guess we're not going to be selling that. So, okay, we'll hang on to that then. Not a particularly bad truck, a nice cheap starting truck. It's just a little annoying how that flips around if this logging bracket here. It doesn't stay straight, and it makes it really annoying for getting the first couple logs in there. Once you get the first couple in there, it's actually pretty good. Just make sure you cut them long enough. And then watch any turns when the logs come pushing out. If they push out too far and you try to turn like that, yeah, you're going to have a general wood catastrophe. There we go. And we'll just, like I said, see if we can put this away a moment so we have a little bit cleaner reset area if we do have to reset something. Also, I am going to put this back in a group. 7. Anyway, like I was saying about that swing yarder, it caused the server to crash. I found that out the first time when I reset it. It will crash the server when you reset it. So definitely don't reset it. Apparently somebody else reset it, and that caused the server to crash again. And then the third time, it crashed after it was causing a looping error. Looping error. There we go, if I can say it. Oh, get my front loader out of there. There we go. Okay, anything else we need to pick up while we're here? I don't think so. We got plenty of stump grinders up by the forestry area at the moment, so forest doots. Just check this out while we're up here. Kind of cool contractor. Enjoy game. Looks like the in-game one just painted orange, and with some logging protection on it, and a crane on the back. And I still get people surprised at the number of mods on the server here when they go to join. They're like, wow, that's a lot of forestry mods. You're right, we did our best to find as many forestry, or different, let me put it that way, different forestry mods. Hopefully make the game as fun as possible. I know there's some out there, like I said, that do not like or don't really care for forestry. So We kind of really modded the game up, and so far, I'll have to say I've been actually surprised how popular the map has been. And obviously, the people kind of come and go. I think it's one of those maps where you play it for a little while, and it's like, okay, that's enough of that. Time to move on, to do something else for a while. At least that's kind of the way I am as well. It's like, okay, time to do something else for a while, and then come back to it. So like I said, the people kind of come and go. You know, and at times we have, I think we've had as many as 10 people on here at one time there the other day, so gets a little bit crazy on here when you get 10 people attempting to do forestry. Let's see, do we have a stump somewhere? Ooh, got one right there. Just see once if this works for grinding out the stumps. At least I believe that's what it's supposed to do. Let's see what's here. Ah, there we go. Controls for stump grinder here. Oh yeah, I can see like the smoke and the chips. That looks pretty good. I think this one actually might be like a little too tall or something. Now, out of curiosity, will it grind up? I'm actually somewhat tempted, folks, to throw in the chipper I used on the Sosnovka episode, just for cleanup purposes. Oh, this one actually worked pretty good for cleanup, maybe. That's kind of what I was looking for, a good cleanup logging chipper for miscellaneous pieces laying around that are just too much of a pain to do anything else with. And this actually might fit that bill. We'll have to see once. Okay, put that there. Looks like we got a pretty good mess in the gooseneck trailer. Oh, let's see, where's Mac at? Maybe we'll go take this and sell it a minute. Looks like he maybe moved on. I don't see him, so. Also, I added a mod to the server as well, for those you're wondering. If you go to join, you will need to download the additional mod. We did try to add the manual ignition mod. That unfortunately caused the server to crash, so no manual ignition. Is that going to stay in there? No, it's not quite. But we did add the measure mod now, so we're doing a lot of manual cutting here on the map yet. We don't have a scorpion or anything like that yet. All the cutting is happening manually so far. Really comes in handy. And let's see, we'll get this out here a minute, and I'll show you folks how to use that. Okay, let's say we have a log. Oh, let's just pick one in the trail here. Should work up here, I'm assuming. So you hold down the left Alt and right click. That'll start your measure, and then just it measures along the length. So you can go this way. It just measures from your start point. So, you know, basically if you set your start point at one end of the log, and you can just go down and, okay, I want, 5-meter pieces, and you can cut 5-meter pieces that way. I'm not going to cut any of these now because they're already cut, but hope folks get the idea there. This trailer, by the way, I found holds about 10-meter pieces. That's about perfect. You can squeeze 11 in there if you're good, but 10 I find to be pretty good. Yeah, try to go too long and then you just end up fighting with it, so. Okay, like I said, never used this thing before, so let's see how it works. Someone was mentioning too, and I think I may have mentioned this already, they were asking how come I don't have the updated FDR packs. They should be updated, at least some of them anyway. The reason you may not think they're updated is because I have changed the price on them to be a little more, what I'm going to call realistic. Not sure why we're getting stuck on something there, but we're getting stuck on something. That kind of leads to the one problem with this trailer, and that's how do you unload it. But this seems to work pretty good. I wonder if there's like a lock script or something with this. There we go. Let Max slip in there a moment. And it's kind of funny with the FDR mods. Some people like them, some people just hate them. So personally, I have not used them much yet, so I don't really have an opinion yet. But like I say, I'm gonna give them a try. And wow, is that a big hunk of wood this thing picks up? Well, for your folks out there that hate the FDR mods, I don't know how you cannot not hate this one. I think I got that right. How you cannot not hate. Let's put it this way. How you cannot dislike this one. This works pretty good, I'll say. At least so far. It does seem like the hydraulics are a little slow. Personally, I like to see a little bit faster, but it works. Let's see if it picks up these small ones. That's always a challenge for anything. We got one. Yeah, the problem with unloading this gooseneck, it's so wide, it's hard to get anything that reaches all the way across. But this seems to do the trick quite nicely. The reason we bought it, by the way. Actually, to unload anything, whether it's this or any other trailer. The sell point on this map is set basically at ground level, so there's no just driving across this map and selling. Hey, there we go. And by the way, for those of you wondering about controls, I know I see a lot of people saying something about the FDR controls. If I got it here. Nope, not that one. So it is control, left control, with K and M that tilts this head. And everything else is on the mouse controls. I don't know if... Oh, it's the middle mouse click will do it too. Okay. So middle mouse click left and right will do it as well. So for those of you that are having trouble with the FDR mods and controls, the controls are there. At least all the ones I've done so far, people complaining, hey, the controls don't work. The controls don't work. Yes, they do. You just got to figure out what they are. And so far on most of the ones I've tried, it has to do with the middle mouse button, or it's hold the control key down, and it's one of the loader controls, J and N or K and M. Anyway, read a couple of comments here a moment. Johnny says, yay, I'm in the video. Yes, you were. Ted was saying, looks like there's lots going on tonight. Says he got home late and wasn't able to join. Let's see. That was last episode here on the Rockwood. Yes, that was. I think that was the busy night. We had all kinds of people on there for a while. Probably kind of quiet at the moment. I'm guessing a lot of people watching football, maybe. Not sure what to do about that tree up there. That's a good one. Anyway. Oh, we got a little piece right there. Let's see if we can pick that up. No, let's not see if we can pick that up. Let's see if... I wonder if this will go on the back. It does, but kind of faces through the tires. Okay. Let's see if we can get rid of it. It's little pieces like that, it just, they take so long to pick up. And they're basically not worth anything. And not to mention they're hard to pick up. It's gone. I like that. I like that a lot. Now, obviously, you don't get nothing from it, but might have to buy like 2 or 3 more of those for cleanup on the server here. Oh, another piece over there. Oh well, we'll get that another time. Mark was saying he's going to get all the mods and join us. I believe he actually did already get the mods and join us here. He was on earlier today, so... not again, said he almost made it in. I believe he was one of the individuals there last episode that wasn't able to join because of that Locomo. Which we got rid of now, by the way. As well as the Swing Yarder, that is also off the server. I'm going to try to use that on my single player, just because it is a pretty cool mod. At least I think it is anyway. Hopefully it doesn't crash single player. Oh, okay. That's it of the tree, I guess. So like I said, that's how you use the measure mod. At least how I use it anyway. Just start at one end, Alt, and right click, and you can see kind of the red line there shows where it's at. And whacked it at somewhere at 10. At least for this trailer anyway, the gooseneck. And I keep forgetting here, the controls are backwards. Actually, let me rephrase that. They're not backwards. They are the correct way on this loader here. It's just backwards to what the rest of the in-game stuff is, which is kind of annoying in some ways. It's nice in some ways, because I can do it without thinking about it. But at the same time, I've got to think about it, because now it's backwards to what the in-game stuff is. Being that it's actually the right way. Jaranis was saying, real loggers just work. Well, I will have to say we've been doing quite a bit of work on this map so far. Like I said, I'm surprised at the amount of trees we've decimated so far. And like I said as well, a little bit surprised at the popularity of the server. There was some concern at the time how popular a all logging map would be. So far, like I said, I'm kind of surprised it's been fairly popular, so... the telehandler, by the way, works good for loading this as well, because you can reach farther. With the loader here, you pretty much have to kind of load it from both sides, because the loader here obviously does not reach far enough. Mark was saying, ooh, the server's not showing up. That reminds me, the reason the server was not showing up for him, was because he installed the 1.4.2 update. The server is now running version 1.4.2 as well, so you folks out there, make sure you install the 1.4.2 update. Otherwise, the server will not show up. It's like thinking about it, but not quite. Pretty cool view from up here. Okay, and that one, oh, it's stuck on that one. Okay. Anyway, folks, I think we better wrap up the episode there. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.